Whether you are creating a total score, a difference between two variables, or categorizing data, this video is for you. If you have questions or need help with your own data sets, subscribe and drop a comment and click the notification bell so you don't miss future tutorials. The SPSS data sets as shown. We have the ID here with 10 cases, meaning we have 10 respondents or 10 students that participated in this study. This is test 1, test 2, test 3. And these are the scores of the students on each of the tests that was conducted. Pre-score and post-score. This is the pre-test score, for example, and this is the post-test score, for example, for different purposes. And let's do, how do we find, for example, total score of test 1, test 2, and test 3? How do we compute it? To compute, go to the top of the menu of your SPSS phase, click on Transform. After click on Transform, you say Compute, click on Compute variable. The next thing that appears here is target variable. You name it. We want to find what we call total score for test 1, and test 2. So let's call the target variable total score. Total score. When you have done this, take in here test 1, click this arrow to put in this numerical expression box. Test 1. Then just plus sign here on this function keys. And then take test 2, click the arrow, then plus test 3. Click this arrow. And you have test 1 plus test 2 plus test 3. With this, we want to have a total score of test 1, test 2, and test 3. Click OK. When you have clicked OK, let's go to our data set. You will now have realized that total score is now added. So you now have what we say, for example, test 1 45 plus 55 plus 49. If you add it together manually, you have 149. So this has given you total score 149. If you don't want this decimal points to be here, what you do, go down to this and you see variable view and data view. Click on variable view. After clicking on variable view, you will see decimal column here showing. Change this decimal column where you have 2 here that is on the row of total score. Change it to 0. When you have changed that to 0, then go back to your data view, which is here. Click data view, and then you will notice that the decimal points are no more there. So therefore, this is how you have total score. What if I want to know the difference between pre-score and post-score? How do I do? Now what you do, go to Transform. Click on Compose variable. When that opens, the previous one we computed is showing here. So come down here, you see Reset. Click on Reset. Reset returns to initial stage. So we want to do the difference. So let's say score difference. So target variable here, let's call it score difference. We want to find score difference between post-score and pre-score. It's better to use the post-score first. Let the latest one be the first, so you can subtract the previous one, the latest. So what we do, post-score, click this arrow to put here. Then use this function key minus sign here, put minus. Then click on pre-score, then put in there. So you now have post-score minus pre-score. Then the next thing you do, click OK. OK. Then let's go to our result. You see score difference shown. So if you minus post score 60 minus pre-score 40. You will have 20. So SPSS computed it for you. What if I want to have the mean or average? How do I do? So go back to your transform. Then click transform and compute variable. When this open, let's reset it to normal. Reset. This time, I'm looking for mean. So, as a mean, I've added variable, target variable, name, mean. Just type in now. Now, what will I do with my numerical expression? What I am going to do is that I am looking for mean score of test 1, test 2, and test 3. How do I have the mean score or average for these 3 scores? So what I do, come to this here, expression box here, type in the word mean. Type in mean, then put bracket, open brackets. Then when you open bracket, take in test 1 to this box, then put in comma. Take test 2 here, put in comma. Test 3 here, then close the bracket. So you have mean test 1, comma, test 2, comma, test 3, comma. You don't need to put any space in between the comma. Just keep it this way. Then when you have done this, click OK. It's composed for you mean. Can you see mean? So what you have here is telling you that mean of test 1, test 2, test 3 equals to this. So what you do, for example, in the manually, you can say 45 plus 55 plus 49. If you add total of it, divide by 3 because there are 3 variables here. It will give you 49.64. With this, it has computed the mean for you. What if I want square roots? How do I do? If you want square roots, go back to transform. Click on compute variable. When this open, reset it. Reset. Then let's say square roots. Let's say we are looking for square roots. What square root are you looking for? Are you looking for square root for test 1 or for test 2 or test 3? Let's assume we are looking for square root for test 1. So what you're going to do, you can put here square root test 1. Type it here on the test variable, square test 1. Test 1. So square root test 1. Then on this arrow, what you do on this numerical box, type in square root. The short formula for square root is SQRT, square roots. Now, when you have done that, open brackets and then pick in the variable of the square root you want. Since we are doing for test 1, so pick in test 1, click this arrow to put in there. When that happens, close the bracket. So you have square roots, SQRT, test 1, bracket close. When this happens, click OK. This OK is as computed for your square root test 1. So you now have for test 1. So if you use manual or use a calculator to find test root of 45, you will have 6.71. What if I want to use condition?